Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach, and today, of course, as per usual, we're looking at Ecomi OMI Veve stuff, and right now the OMI price is on a 3, it seems, 0.003104, on a low of 0.00201, and a high of 0.00324 over the past 24 hours. Now, I actually tweeted about this today. I think if I have a look at this right now. So for one, I would definitely recommend that you follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, because I do tweet about stuff. In fact, we looked at it today. OMI went from a 0.00179 low to a 0.00316 high today. Probably the most rage I've seen in a while, because realistically, when we look at this, I mean, it just is like we just haven't seen, we've seen maybe a little bit of range there, but in general, this was definitely the biggest range that we've seen. I'd love to hear your take on why this might have been. Having said that, right now I actually want to have a look at the stuff that I have put in the title probably at this point. We've been looking at some new Disney stuff. We've been looking at new exchange stuff. People have been asking me for updates. I don't have really interesting, really amazing sources, but we can definitely have a look at what's around there on the internet. And I know some people here are going to disagree or not believe the sources that I'm showing here, and honestly, I'm not vouching right now. Let's say I'm not vouching, but I'm definitely going to have a look and talk to you about things that are happening. I am not saying this is going to happen though, and that's why I'm going to put something in the title like something about rumors or something, because this isn't confirmed, right? Trying to get clearance to give big update around Tuesday, 6 AM UK. Finally, here we come. If the rumors are correct, then wow, we are going to have a massive few days. The Ecomi team are keeping quiet today. As you can see, massive NDA signed. It's coming now. A lot of this essentially comes down to, and actually, if we have a look at Indy Kyler News' Twitter account, they do talk about new exchanges coming. I can't actually see where it is specifically here, but they have spoken, I believe, about new exchanges coming, and I think that is something that is to do with what we might see here. Bearing in mind, of course, that Ecomi did say that we should see a new exchange in May. People, of course, are losing their minds. I've been getting a lot of flack on DMs, Twitter, emails even. Again, I want to make it very clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling anyone where to go with their money. I haven't told you what I'm doing with my money, and I don't want y'all doing anything based on what I'm saying. I'm just showing you what I see. It's really as simple as that. Having said that, if you have a look at crypto news as well, again, I know some of you are going to be like, nah, this ain't true, and I'm just going to show you the facts, or show you what, not show you the facts, sorry, that was sort of just a saying, I suppose, but I'm just going to show you what we see. Yes, it's at Disney. Imminent official statement incoming, and of course we have here, and this was posted 2 days ago, credible OMI sources have told us the following: new major exchange paperwork completed, 3 more exchanges to be added on top, major licensing deal to be announced, major reshuffle in recruitment to take Ecomi on the next level, and 1.9 million to 3 million weekly revenue. Now, this itself I can see happening. I can see them doing way more than this. Once this is done specifically, really, I genuinely think with the IPs that we have right now, they could still be making a ridiculous amount. It literally comes down to their recruitment at this point. I think it comes down to the content turnover, so whether or not they start working with more third-party studios in AAA studios, obviously, or of course if they expand, or I should say if they expand the content team. I think the content turnover is going to be a massive part. I genuinely believe that at some point we're going to need to see drops every few days at least. But I think that's possible. I say that now and that sounds crazy, but that sounds crazy because right now everything's so early. But as I've spoken about before, when it comes to this stuff, it really is a case of you've got to be putting out content, because if VeVe doesn't do it, I'm sure someone else will do it at some point, and VeVe is well ahead of the game as far as I'm concerned. Let's speak about the exchange real quick, because a lot of people have been speaking about this. Now, bear in mind that we are currently 25 May, right? So we still have 6 days for Ecomi to essentially come through. I do think that maybe on the 30th, 31st, obviously if we don't have an exchange by then, I understand. Even now, I understand that people are upset. I understand why. People, I think, have felt that I'm being not very empathetic maybe towards the fact that the price has gone down. That's whatever it is. That's whatever it is. Having said that, as far as the exchange is coming, I do believe that we could see it still. You know, like realistically, I suppose the reason why I've said the stuff that I've said is because in gaming specifically, like I've worked and I still do work with major IPs, and work with major publishers. Like, you know, even on my Valorant Hub channel, you know, I receive early access, and if you want to verify that, by all means, type in Valorant Hub into YouTube, and you'll see the videos I've made with early access to new content. So I know how these things go within general corporations, right? Of course, being one of the biggest game publishers in the world, mainly being renowned for League of Legends, the biggest mobile game in the world. Things definitely do take time. Things get pushed back a bit, and realistically, we're currently in the 4th week, basically, of this month. To me, honestly, it gets to the point where 31st, if we don't see it by then, obviously, I understand people getting annoyed. But realistically, we're not even there yet. You know, we're 5 days away from that, and 5 days does mean a lot. Having said that, let's go on to something different, right? Because we've had a look at this, and hopefully, we're hoping, obviously, this is Disney, as Crypto News has said. I'm not saying that this is exactly what's going to happen, because, of course, a lot of people, and actually, let's have a quick look at this real quick. People do not believe this person. I don't believe you. Lol. This is straight up BS. How can you take this person seriously? You're not helping anyone with dumb rumors. So people don't believe this person. And I am not saying by any means, I'm not vouching for this person. I'm just showing you what I see, you know? And of course, if this does happen, then this person's reputation, if you're watching this Crypto News, your reputation will only grow if everything here actually comes out to be true. So by all means, and of course, same thing with Indie Kyler. You know, if we see something essentially 6 hours from now, because I'm recording this at midnight, then that will be absolutely huge. Honestly, I hope it doesn't come at 6 a.m. because I'll be ready to go to sleep at that time. But anyway, having said that, we're not only looking at that today, because I also want to have a look at something that Quid is speaking about. So recently we made a video talking about AR versus stickers, right? Which was essentially Quid versus VeVe. We call this our Just Another Sticker App dance. Now, this is clearly in response to both myself and Bell's videos speaking about Quid versus VeVe. And of course here, now I want to be very clear, it's nothing against the animation team or even like the general team in general, I guess, at Quid, but I kind of roasted this a little bit. Imagine using a MOV animation file, i.e. just a general, you know, animation video to size up to an AR app. Could not be me. And of course, actually, who was it? Someone actually wrote down, Clear, you know, just showed what Ritmo looks like in AR, like just on a beach, just because she can, you know. And of course, you can't do that with Quid. Now, I have also said, because Quid followed me today, well, actually, okay, so I did roast them a little bit more. So when I saw this, I thought, damn, this is like Fortnite, except for realistically, Fortnite looks so much better than this. Like, no disrespect to Quid or anything. Fortnite, to be fair, has like Epic Games is on a whole different level regarding tech and stuff. Like, they have the team, they're one of the biggest companies in the world, essentially. So I know obviously Quid is backed by some big companies as well and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to show up the music because it's copyrighted, but you know, this is Daryl Dixon, well, I don't even know what his name is, Daryl something. I think it's Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead, and of course he's sort of, the thing is, Fortnite, I think, is the closest actual thing that we have right now to the metaverse. Like, some people think VeVe is, and VeVe is definitely there too. But with the number of IPs that Fortnite have, they have so many IPs. Maybe even more IPs announced, at least, or that we've seen than VeVe so far. Obviously, VeVe has, and is working with a lot of licensors. But Fortnite, yeah, they have like Walking Dead, like they just have so many Disney, like they have the entire Marvel roster pretty much. They have the entire DC roster pretty much. In fact, I think Marvel was literally there, I think for season 3, which is like you have with seasons for VeVe, you have seasons in gaming. I think that's where VeVe actually got the idea from as far as seasons is concerned. Obviously TV seasons, etc. I get that, but regardless, the point is that I think they actually based a whole entire season based on Disney's Marvel. So yeah, Fortnite definitely have Quid beat as far as I'm concerned here. VeVe is on a different level because, like I say, Quid doesn't even have AR. They said they're going to have AR, but they said that back in 2017 to, I believe it was VentureBeat. So you know, it is what it is. Regardless, though, they didn't actually, they followed me. You know, Quid follows you, right? So I just said, you know, hello there, Quid, want to chat sometime? Because hey, Quid, if you're watching this, I am more than happy to chat. Like, let's have a conversation, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like invite you on clown, like, to be very clear, I get like kind of pointy, I do get a bit jokey, but I'm not here to actually offend anyone, to be very clear. Like, you know, there are lines and I will not step over those lines, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I do try to keep brand friendly as well, which is why there's no F-bombs or anything like that, or any swear words in general. But yeah, if Quid wants to have a chat with me, by all means, I would be more than happy to have an interview. I am still going to make videos about Quid. Obviously, I'm not going to go offensive, but unless you call this offensive. I mean, if you call this offensive, then that's fair enough. But yeah, no, I'd be more than happy to have a chat with Quid. Like I say, it's not going to be a case of like rubbing up to Quid, but it's also not going to be a case of rubbing up to Ecomi, you know? People, I think that I'm tied with Ecomi, or some people do, when realistically, it's just a company that I believe in. If they do things that don't make sense to me, then I'm going to call them out on it, like I have with Quid. So, but I'm not going to start, you know, swearing at people or cussing out Quid or anyone who works this. So, like I say, Quid, if you're interested, I would genuinely like to have a conversation. Obviously, I would like to have it on for a video. That would be really cool. But yeah, that being said, Val also, well, yeah, the amount of people ask why I keep roasting Quid, they're doing it to themselves at this point. If you spent less time firing shots at the VeVe community and more time working, you may actually have quality content one day. So, I mean, Quid, well, actually, I think Val even put it out here. Then there's me, no love from either Ecomi, which to be fair, I think Ecomi do like Val. I know that at least Reese likes Val because he spoke about it in the clubhouse. And of course, too much of an a-hole to Quid. Pretty bad though. So I don't know if I was going to get a conversation with Quid, but yeah, like I say, I'd be more than down to having a chat with anyone who works at Quid, like obviously a spokesperson or a content developer, or, you know, someone who, you know, who's a part of Quid. I'd be interested to have a chat. Like I say, I'm not going to roast anyone at Quid. You know what I mean? Not in a like, you know, I brought you onto my interview. Now I'm going to, you know, tackle you here and in. Like, no, it won't be like that. I promise. But of course, that is up to Quid if they're watching this. And of course, like I say, we should hopefully see, whether it's not what's going to happen, I'm not vouching for, but we should hopefully see something to do with Disney tomorrow. And then also, I'm assuming maybe some exchange news as well. Like I say, 3 more exchanges to be added on the top. Now, to be very clear, to be fair, now that I think of it, they haven't actually said that the exchange is going to be announced tomorrow. But I mean, to be honest, like, this doesn't really tell us a whole lot now. I mean, obviously we know that more exchanges are coming because like the Ecomi people have already spoken about it, but I don't know when any of this is meant to happen. So, you know, who knows? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Ecomi right now? I know some people are really happy, obviously, up on their or at least not as far down on their investments, I should say. And then some people are upset with this, obviously, because you can't buy the dip as much. But let me know what your thoughts are. I'm sure it'll change. And if you want to keep the video happening, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter. As you can see, I'm active as heck on here. And I appreciate everyone's support. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.